Hey SoCal players, Team Starlight is hosting Edit Season 1 at WildCardCyclone. Players who top our local every Saturday will earn points, and the top 8 players with the highest points will participate in a mini tournament for a special prize card. So come through at WildCardCyclone in Temple City Saturdays at 3 p.m.
Duel hard or duel home?
What is up, Team Starlight? We are here with round 3. We got George on the left playing Hero Frogs, and we got Eric on the right playing what other than Hero Frogs. And George is here to help us commentate over his game, so I think you just drew pass, right?
I did. That's exactly what I did. So I'm pretty sure I have Gores, so I'm feeling pretty safe. I don't want to make any plays into frogs. Doesn't really feel right. And yeah, he
Eric is
attacks.
not
I'll just drop
afraid.
the Gores. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it. It never feels amazing to drop it on just 1,000 damage because the token's pretty weak, but I'm pretty sure I have a reason. And it's definitely not that Substitute because I think I just drew that.
But you knew you were going to draw that because
Yeah,
part of the
exactly.
cards.
Yeah, so you can see I have 6 monsters in hand, so I've got a lot of choices. And I'm just doing a big think on what I should do. I'm assuming that the back row is a discard trap, so I'm just thinking about how I want to play this out. If I want to play into the Mirror Force, but if it's a Raigeki break, then the swap's going to stay on board. So I just go all in. He does Wing Blast the token to clear it, which I feel really good about. And I'm just going to go main 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure Substitute is on my mind if I want to just tribute this Gores and thin out the deck. And that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to just tribute the Substitute, get swap to send Treeborn, and I'm just going to bounce this Gores. I think I'm anticipating a Caius or some Monarch to just banish the Gores, so I was just thinking about how I wanted to get rid of it.
I don't mind that play. You get Treeborn set up, you get Gores for more protection later on. Game 1, Gores is really good. In the mirror match, games 2 and 3, not always so much because of Vanity's Fiend.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna get Alias coming down, killing your monster.
Yep, and I'm thinking now if I want a Treeborn, I end up tributing it for Caius, banishing the Alias, and I just go all in, attacking for 24, put him real low.
Okay, so Eric's gonna go for the Rhoda here. Let's see, we're gonna get Junk Synchron or okay, Stratos. Stratos search Mally Edge. And just pass.
So at this point, I'm getting Treeborn out. He's got 3,900 life points. I see a Miracle Fusion, so I think I'm just assuming like he didn't drop Gores. I'm trying to think if I can just go for game here. And I think I just have so much gas. I have like all these really good cards in my hand, and I'm just figuring out what the best thing to do is. And I end up searching Ocean by summoning Stratos. And I play Foolish Burial, sending a spicy tech, Plague Spreader. And I'm going to end up using that Plague. So I think the only thing I'm like trying to see what I would need to play around, and it's just like Gores or Trag or something if he's playing that. And I just go for Brio so I can bounce stuff main 2 if I need to. But I go Miracle Fusion and he's just he's just going to scoop it up.
So that's game 1. We got game 2 here. Let's see. Eric's going first this time. In retrospect, I think possibly like Junk Synchron there last game could have been a play to like, clear your Caius, set up a little bit of a defense. It feels. I think it's gonna feel bad either way because you're gonna be able to miracle and clear his stuff. But yeah, it was looking lost most ways as you slice it.
Yeah, I agree. So we're just doing the same play. He goes Substitute, gets Swap Frog on board to send Treeborn. I normal swap, send Treeborn, and I just pass.
No need to play into Gores here.
Exactly. He does have Kaiku, which feels pretty bad. I'm going to get my first Treeborn banished, take 18. And I do have a few spells in my hand, one of them being Allure, another Tech. And I'm thinking of what to banish. I know I have 2 targets. And I'm thinking, yeah, I end up banishing the Mali, which is a little scary because I have a dead one in deck now. But I end up going Brain Control, take his Kaiku, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing he did to me.
Very nice. You say, show me what I'm about to banish? Thank you very much.
Yep. What's that other monster? And I put out Plague. Go for some damage. I should be attacking with the Kaiku first. That was a mistake that I think I make more than once. But it's more important that the Kaiku goes through than the 400. So I just convert the Kaiku with Plague into a 6. I'm thinking about what to get. It really doesn't matter. Like I end up getting Goyo if he ends up doing like Ab Zero somehow, instead of like Brio, which would be slightly worse.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. So now both of you are cut off of Treeborn Frog. So he's got to figure out how to out this without the use of that card. Let's see if he can. Okay, so we're getting Pitch Special, sending Substitute. Figure we must have, okay, Alias, and then Miracle. Pretty good, so now he's going to be able to run over the Goyo and hit in for 1,000 if he wants.
Yep, so that was a pretty good turn. Able to clear the Goyo, gets Treeborn access again. There's an Ab Zero that I need to take care of. And I believe I drew into that Karma Cut. So I'm just thinking if there's really anything else that I can do other than just set the Karma Cut and pass to clear the Ab Zero.
Yeah, this is almost a perfect case scenario. It would almost be worse if you had cards on board right now that the 0 would blow up. So I think that's probably just going to be the play here. Unless you want to thin out the deck. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm in swap, send Treeborn so I can get my Treeborn, or I send swap.
It's in your hand.
Yeah,
it's in your hand,
Treeborn,
I'm pretty sure.
It has to be in my hand. So yeah, I set the Karma Cut, and I just pray he doesn't have more ways to extend. I was really afraid of Vanities coming out because it would have put me in a really awkward spot.
But again, he has. Oh wait, he does have the Treeborn now, so yeah, it could be awkward right now. Let's see. He is gonna go for it.
Yep. So this is I was panicking.
Substitute.
You can see me fidgeting with my cards because I was like, this Vanity is gonna come down and just ruin everything.
But instead, we're gonna get Substitute. And Eric is sticking true to his uni strategy, keeping it in the mirror. Not always the worst thing, because a lot of frog decks are on, like, side deck traps nowadays, so it's not always the worst, but in my experience, most things are chainable, and I don't love keeping it in.
Yep, and it ends up being that Karma Cut, banish the Ab Zero. I'm feeling good about that because it gets the hero out of the graveyard, so I don't have to worry about another Miracle Fusion. I did think about if I wanted to banish his last Treeborn with the Karma Cut, but it just didn't seem worth it compared to clearing the Ab-Zero, because now I can actually start going for a push.
Yeah, and see, he would. Okay, so he does have the Crow for your Treeborn, which is really good. But I
Yep.
was just about to say that I think it would be, if he had a dupe block right now, it would be all sorts of more annoying for you to deal with.
Yep.
But now he's just got the Unifrog, and I don't think you have any traps, so it's not really doing all that much.
But I do have Miracle Fusion, and that's pretty good. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have my own Kaiku that I draw into, so I'm just gonna keep banishing his graveyard. He does end up putting the Treeborn back to his hand, which I think was obviously a really smart play. So the Kaiku doesn't have great targets. So I'm just doing any of the waters, and I'm attacking for 1,000. Gonna bounce the Swap Frog. So now he's in a position where he can't use the Treeborn as easily, and he's also shut off from like a Miracle Fusion play. I don't know if he has Swap in his hand, but I wanted the Kaiku on board in case he like special swap and somehow got like another Miracle Fusion out.
Heads up play from Eric to bring the Treeborn back to your hand so it doesn't get banished. But yeah, it's still pretty awkward because now it's not where you want it, which is in the grave.
So he's gonna
Ooh.
special swap and go for Ryza on the Ab-Zero. So I feel great. The Kaiku's sticking. He's at 3,400. And I go summon swap. I'm just
Are you
thinning
gonna
out the
go for
deck.
game here?
I think I
Risk it.
have the option to. I don't actually remember what happens this turn, so I'm doing a little bit of a think. I believe, given my hand, playing into something like Gores is actually pretty bad. So I think I just end up going for the damage. I feel really safe with this Kaiku, just keeping his graveyard low, keeping him from using his Miracle Fusions. He doesn't have Treeborn. So I think I just play it safe, keep him at 600 so he can't use Brain Control, and then just pass.
So we have Eric's got a T set. You got the Mirror Force. Ooh.
In the
hitting
draw phase, it was my 4th card, and he's just going to scoop it up. I had Dark Armed in hand that I was thinking if I could set up, but that's going to be it. It'll be enough. GG's.